This week we get the Adam ready for respawn and get the Spitfire back in the garage. It seems like it's one step forward and 2 steps back in the engine bay.
Is your bar in the right place? Not really. Yeah, it's close.
Our first live stream was a success.
I'm gonna spin round. Oh, I'm still it again.
Are you not learning how to drive manual or what, kid? And we finally get a release date for the podcast. Moving on to the podcast. Will be the first podcast coming out. My name's Tebbz and this is Tebbz Weekly, episode number 37. Right, it's Monday afternoon. Dad's out in the garage. I'm busy at home editing the weekly. Dad's first job, we ordered studs last week to replace the holes in the hubs. As the threads on the Adams seem to keep stripping out, this is not the first time this happened to us, and we keep repairing it, but I don't think that's a permanent option. So hopefully in doing this solves our problem and no wheels come flying off.
So, thing with these, when you're trying to put them on with a bolt, you have to hold it in place, then you get the bolt on. These should be easier, having these studs, because the wheel just sit there. Lovely job. Right, that's that done. See how small these bolts are? With the thickness of these wheels, there was only a little bit of thread left going into the hub. Right, I've got to do the same on the other Adam and the tyre buffer. I might do the tyre buffer next. Right, I just need to clear some of the stringy rubber off this shaft. Right, so yeah, this hub is it's not hardened. It's well made, but it's not hardened. Right. That's the one. Right, another one done. That'll do. Well, that's it for me tonight. It's short and sweet, but I got the wheel studs done. Another job off the list. I'll be out here tomorrow. Probably look at doing some paint, give it a bit of a tidy up, and there's some sign writing that I want to remove. So probably just spray the black over it, tidy up some red. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
What day is it? Before I start, it's Tuesday. Right, it's Tuesday. Me and Dad are both out here. As you see yesterday, was it yesterday?
Yeah,
yesterday. Dad was busy putting the studs on both the wheels, but he hasn't put the caliper on the front left yet, the one that I had to take off. So I'm going to put that on now, and I get to have a go taking this wheel on and off, see what these studs are like. And then once we've done that, we're both thinking, get this car out of here, because we have got 2 weeks, pretty much, 2 weeks till respawn, so it gives us plenty of time. If we get this car out of here, we'll get the Spitfire in, gives us plenty of time in between that and the meeting, now and the meeting, to work on the Spitfire and get that a little bit closer to getting that race ready again. A lot of technical stuff on that now, getting the engine in, getting the mount sorted, coming up with a design for the mounts, hoping to do it something similar to what we've got on the Radam and what we put on the Wadam and what we got on the Corsa, because we think that's one of the best ways to do it. So I'll get this caliper on. Oh, are they still 17 mils? 19s?
No, 19s.
Oh, that's going to annoy me now.
Well,
The amount of times I'm going to go over there for 70 mil
no,
socket.
you won't. We can change the backs for studs if you want. It'd just be 19s.
Be harder to get them on and off,
I know.
isn't it? Sometimes it is literally that tight, isn't it? It's a bit different when the wheel guards are all the way out there, but that's not always the case. Especially somewhere like Eastbourne. Oh, the stud's falling out.
You liar. You are a joker.
This is basically a Honda now. It's got studs.
Or transit van, they've got studs.
And that tray up there. Throw them junk wheel nuts away. Bolts, wheel nuts. Yeah, they are wheel nuts, aren't they? But they're bolts. Why are they called wheel nuts if they're bolts?
They're not, they're wheel bolts.
What did he say?
But
Does anyone ever call them a wheel bolt?
don't know.
We call them a wheel nut,
But-
they're bolts.
Old cars all had wheel nuts.
What, like this?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
That answers my question.
yeah.
Much better.
Might be worth doing it on the Corsa as well.
Mm.
Be able to hold those dodgy Chinese
Polos.
polos.
Well, you can use them then. There's me, I was looking for a 17 again then.
Whoa.
Yeah, the Maxwell stand's all right in a minute. Yeah. Ah, we got the ride-out. We got the ride-out tool over there. Don't think we do. Just want to double check that.
I think that'd be in the van.
Yeah. I didn't bring the keys out. Pack it out.
Huh?
Pack it out. It's too close for comfort.
Yeah.
That's too close for comfort.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just want one on there, didn't you? Just check out the slip.
We'll do it when we scale it.
Alrighty then.
What? Said Thomas. Right.
You're right here.
Just like that, she's back. Back again. Guess who's back? Tell your friends. So what we doing? We having a tidy up? Get the bits over there that needs to go over there, and the bits over there that need to come over here.
Well, that's got to go over there.
Yeah,
That gearbox is no good here.
yeah.
The engine will have to come over here.
Well, I'll bring the engine crane with the...
Is this getting done?
Yeah, that's all got to be done as well. Wheel guard, back bumper. Design on that back. Marker F2 would put that back bumper through. Right.
Put these straps in the van.
Yeah, I'm going to go over the road and get the engine hoist in with that trolley jack.
I'll bring the van back over.
Yeah. that'll do us for today. Main objective was getting the Spitfire over here and getting the Radom out of the way. The Radom's pretty much all done. There's a couple of bits we're going to do, but we're going to do that once when we're about to load it onto the trailer, do a couple of snagging bits. That's fine. We're probably not going to bother with painting it at the minute because we've got other things to get on with, but if we do get time we will do it. We managed to get the engine over as well, ready to be plonked in the Civic, as well as all the boxes that what we unbolted off of the Civic. All the boxes are back over, so everything should be there ready to crack on next time I'm over. It won't be tomorrow because I've got a couple of bits to do on the Tebbz Weekly to get that ready for 7 PM tomorrow, and then so it's looking more like Thursday, Friday I'll be back over Dad's. Hopefully we can get some sort of progress with the Spitfire. It'd be nice if we got the mounts in and all the connecting bars, but by the end of Friday. But it's one of them jobs. It could end up taking one evening, it could end up taking 5. I'm not really too sure. We've got a lot of strengthening up to do as well on the Spitfire. Once we've got the engine in and we know it's sitting in the right place, then there's a lot of strengthening bars to go in as well. So, but it's nice, it's good. The Spitfire's back in. I'm happy. I'm happy. We need to get this Spitfire done so the Wadham can come in. Even if we don't race the Spitfire anytime soon, it just needs to be done, and then it's not lingering over our shoulder then. And then we'll have time then to get the Wadham in and they'll be full steam ahead probably in December on the Wadham, trying to get that ready for the MWA show in February. So that'll do us for today, and I don't know if Dad'll be out there tomorrow. He might have a tinker. If not, we'll see you Thursday. Right, it's Wednesday and I'm in the office, studio, whatever you want to call it, Kurt's room. I'm finishing off the Tebbz Weekly and Chelsea's packing the merch orders, ready to send out. Thank you everyone who has ordered from the merch store and everyone who does order and buy at the track. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Nowadays, with thanks to Woody Signs, we've got some stickers made up, some nice Tebbz Racing stickers. I was putting them on top of the parcels the last week, but I got told off for ruining people's Christmas presents, and I apologise, I'm sorry. So the stickers will now be going inside the parcel. So yeah, brilliant stickers. Thank you very much, Woody Signs, for that. I appreciate it. If anybody would like any custom prints, custom stickers, custom teamwear, custom workwear, then hit the man up. He also does some sign writing as well. So hit the man up. His Facebook link is in the description below. And now, back to editing. See you tomorrow. Right, it's Thursday, 5:45. Me and Dad are both out here. We've got Honda doing a bit. We've got the Honda engine sat there on the floor. What we're going to do, we're going to lift it up on the crane now, put the rear mount on, because that is the only mount that you can really go off as to where the engine's going to sit. So put that on, connect it to the car, and then try get it level, try get it left and right perfect. But once we get to that stage, me and Dad will then have a chat and come up with a plan of how we're going to do these mounts. We've got to this stage. How many times have we been at a stage like this? Many.
It's a good stage, isn't it?
It's a good stage, but it's a bit disheartening, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it's
This is like
the technical stage.
the engineering bit.
Yeah, the engineering bit. So you got to make sure everything fits well, because what was it? I can't remember whose car it was recently, but they had it all sat in there, went to put the engine in after they've done all the mounts. Engine in? They put the engine in, once they've done all the mounts, put it back in or whatever. Yeah, they put it back in and none of it fit. So there's also that problem. A lot can go wrong at this stage. A lot. So you've got to take your time, get the mounts right. And one thing we always end up doing is making the holes. But these plates actually have already got holes, bigger, haven't they?
Big holes, yeah.
Because you try to do the holes to the exact same size as the bolt, and with all the movement of the car and when you weld them up, all the metal flexes, they never end up fitting. So if you're doing engine mounts, always make sure the holes are a lot bigger than, not a lot, but bigger than the bolt size. Made that mistake a few times.
All done? All right.
Just turn it like that for a minute, unless you can't. So we're going to get caught on that.
Right.
Right, that mount's sitting on the exhaust.
Exhaust is clipped up, isn't it? Need to unclip it, probably.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? Cable tied up.
That'll do. Right, the whole engine needs to go back a bit. Or the car come forward a bit. Hold on. Lower the engine down a tiny bit. Just so it straightens up. Yep.
So what do you want me to
Right,
bring
see,
it?
hold on, it's there. There's the bolt.
That your side needs to go down. We did have to bend that bracket, I believe.
Bend it.
We leave with this bracket to be able to get the bolt off, I think, once it was bent on the car.
I went loads in.
But
Right. Is your bar in the right place? Not really.
yeah, it's close.
Can't get a bolt on though, can you?
Yeah, you get a bolt on.
You get a spanner on it.
It's another story. I mean, I think this was below that bar, because we've lowered that bar, haven't we?
Right, so you've lowered the bar.
This is lower than what it was originally.
Oh right, yeah. So the bar went over.
I think the bar sat on top of it, but I don't think it was that much higher.
Well, maybe we're high.
Yeah, but you're going to be lower, aren't you?
Yeah.
That
So-
won't work. You're going to hit the pulley.
Well, this needs to raise up a bit then. The plate goes on there. Are we coming across here?
Yeah.
You'd want to pick these top bell housing bolts up over
Yeah,
there.
our usual trick with that.
Yeah. Come down onto it here.
What's on the other side of that up there?
Load of
Yeah, not a lot. Is the answer. Yeah, that's a good start anyway. Do with a bit more sleep first.
Yeah. Nearly done.
Nearly. But the engine's in, so just bolt everything on it and away she goes. Don't worry about the mounts.
Well, the last lot didn't.
Shocking, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll have that plate off.
I didn't even hit anything worthwhile, really.
No, no. No, it just needs doing properly.
Yeah. Oh, the upgrade on that it's going to be night and day different. You go steaming in.
So I can get fenced with confidence.
Yeah. I'll be behind you somewhere.
On the back of the train.
Probably. Hopefully we haven't got to adjust it. Might do. We'll have to see when the shafts. With the shafts, won't we? But yeah, we can get out of the way for a minute. Right, that's us done for today. Engine sat in there. We've got it sat on a bit of block and some metal. Coming up with a plan of how to do the engine mounts. It's pretty much the exact same as the voxels on two of the mounts. And then we're just toying with the ideas of picking up as many of the bolts as we can on the gearbox side and the front of the engine. We've got it in our head how we're going to do it now, subject to a few changes, no doubt. Idea at the minute is run a bar like that there, and then we've got this flat plate here. We're going to run all the way along to another bar that's going to go diagonally that way. This bar, you're going to pick the mount up there, and then we're looking at going to do something over the top of this gearbox, and this plate looks like it's going to be cut off. A couple of tabs there with another rubber bush, so then we'll pick up a few more bits in that area for that. And then this side's the same, diagonal bar, and then we're going to have 2 bars coming off of this plate here, coming down to this mount, and then we're also going to try from this mount pick up something over here on the front of the engine.
And round the back, I think.
And round the back. And then we've got another plate that goes on there, down there, and then that'll be rubber bushed up to here somewhere, no doubt. And then obviously this chassis rail is going to be strengthened up, and a few other bits strengthened up on this side as well. So that's the plan at the minute. It's quite early still, it's 8:15, but I'm knackered, so I'm going to shoot off now. I'm back tomorrow. Dad's probably going to be out here a lot earlier than me tomorrow, and he's just going to have a good old think, put that big brain of his together. And then probably change the plan completely, so whatever I just told you, just ignore. Right, see you tomorrow.
Well, we're on Saturday. I didn't manage to get out here yesterday. We had other stuff to do. Kurt's not here this weekend, so I've already been out here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours today. Keep coming out and having a look, measuring, and just generally trying to see a way forward with putting this car back together. There's a couple of things I want to do. One of them is make up some temporary mounts for this engine. Once the temporary mounts are in, then I'm going to check that the drive shafts fit, and there's an issue with the front pulley as well. So if we look at that, the front pulley doesn't fit with these bars that Kurt's put in. So, and apparently we need to use the standard pulley. This cut down version was on there. It got cut down on weld final night because the engine had shifted over and was hitting the bars. So they trimmed it down just to get the car back out there. But we made some phone calls, and you need to use a standard pulley on these engines. So the standard pulley doesn't fit. If the engine's staying where it is, which it looks like it will do, then we need to modify this side really to get round the pulley. So the idea I've come up with is there's a strong point back there. Is we need a straight through chassis rail coming off that strong point to the front here, and it's got to be up above the pulley and clear the engine. So the only way that's going to happen, if we change this front and make it a little bit wider, so it comes over here, this down section comes over here. But before that, I'm probably going to make some temporary mounts, come off of this and just weld it to these bars, this side, and probably off of this bolt and weld it, put a bar coming up here. We've got the back mount on, which is mandatory, and then that'll keep it in place. So then I can take away what we've got underneath, packing the bottom of the engine up so it's in the right place. Can take that away and jack it up, try the drive shafts, try the gear linkage, and that will allow us cut this out as well. So that's going to be my first job. Is there enough birds around? That's going to be my first job anyway. Putting some temporary mounts on here. And then we'll see if everything fits. I haven't actually got any nuts that go on these studs here. So what I've done is re-threaded some wheel nuts. Well, I've done one which fits, so I'm going to do another one. And then I'm going to make the plate up with the holes in. It's going to stick out. Now I'm just going to weld it straight to this bar. And that'll hold this side up. And I'll do something similar the other side. Right, so I've got another wheel bolt nut. I have another wheel nut. And these come with a 1.5 pitch, these nuts. But I've got 1.25 tap. I'm just going to re-tap the thread. So I'm sort of, it'll work, but it won't be good for anything, really. It won't be a permanent fixture. It's just a temporary job. Just to get this mount on 52 mil. So we've got a chunky bit of metal there. Just going to cut that. Offset the holes a little bit from the center. Oh, not quite. Almost at it. Holes need to be a bit bigger. See if I've got a hole saw. Need some sort of washers on there. Right, so that's a plate mounted on there. So I just need to connect it. Right, let's clean this up. This metal plate's got to be cut away, so I don't want it interfering with that. So I'm thinking, put a plate on for this bolt. Just weld this on the plate. And on here. So I need to make a plate up for this. If I do the hole to one side and then I've got room to, shall I use that bit? So if that's there, the bolt will be on it. Yeah, there's room. Yeah, that'll be all right. Let's get the holes drilled. Gas on. Right, it's clear under there now. The engine's still lined up. Right. Temporary mounts in. Right, that's the temporary engine mounts done. Tomorrow I'm going to come out here and just try the drive shafts and the gear stick linkage to the back of the gearbox, and then start eyeing up what I'm going to do with these permanent mounts. So, see you tomorrow. So, Sunday afternoon, back in the garage. First job, jack it up and see if the drive shafts go in. Right, so I asked around for drive shafts and I was told to just get them off eBay. So I found a couple new ones, and this is one of them. So I'm going to try this, see if it's the right size. So they don't go through this bit, so that obviously needs to be disconnected. So if these are the right size, I'll order another pair. Can't be that easy, surely. Wow. No. Nope, not moving. Nope. Nope. That's an issue. These calipers are probably like 30 or 40 years old. So the trouble is, these old cars, the gearboxes and all this stuff, don't know how old any of it is. Let's see if I can overhaul it. Brake pads, there's no pad left on it, it's just the metal. And this one, a wafer thin bit of pad left on. Worry about it after the shaft. Need to change these bolts as well, they're just seized on. Right, so this drive shaft fits anyway. I might put, well, I will put a washer behind it just to give us a bit more play, because it is opened out as far as it can go without coming out, without pulling out of the cup. I need a brake caliper, which I might have one in the box of spares. Might leave this bit for now and just carry on and do the other bits. Just make sure they all line up and bolt together. Just put them 2 bolts in. Loose. If I haven't got one, I might have to make some phone calls. See if I can get one. Right, let's just see if the exhaust connects up. Right, the fact that those holes line up tells me it's pretty much in the right position. This lines up with that. So that's for that one. Ooh. Right, I think there's 13 mil. Just want to do this. I'm going to put this down, come back to you. Right, so off camera I've managed to get this bolt in, and this side there's a captive nut that it's not gone in very, it's sort of just turning, it's not doing up, so this is going to have to be redone. We're going to take this back off this bracket, drill through and put a decent nut and bolt. The selector's gone on okay, so, and they're lined up fine. So that's that bit done. Well, apart from this going back on the list to be modified. So I just want to see if I can get some gears. So we can get some gears.
Right, it's Sunday. I've just finished the live stream, and what a brilliant live stream that was. Thank you very much to everyone who turned up. I think there was 195 people in there at one point, and we averaged about 125 viewers. That is banging. Thank you very much. Me and Jack had a brilliant time. Just a quick highlight. I'm not going to show too much. Quick highlight from the live stream.
I got it, bro. Oh,
Oh! What's happened, chap? You stalled it.
oh. Didn't press the clutch down, did I, boy? I'm spinning round. Oh, I've stalled it again.
Are you not learning how to drive manual or what, kid?
Man, I didn't even do any practice. Here we go. As well, champ.
Go find him, boy. So yeah, all in all, a very good stream. Me and Jack thoroughly enjoyed it, and we will both be back next week with a little surprise as well. Same time, 7:30 PM. Make sure you're there. If you want to get involved, link to the gaming YouTube channel is in the link in description. Yeah, link in description. Also, a couple of people were saying that they didn't get the notification for the live stream. So when you subscribe, make sure you click the bell icon next to it as well and click all. Otherwise, you only get certain notifications. So make sure you do that as well. Moving on to the podcast. 4th of December will be the first podcast coming out. And it's me, Dad and Jack. And all of us, this is new to all of us. And we all had a brilliant time. All really enjoyed it. And it sort of gave me the bug. And we've got a load more that we've recorded so far. So probably every 2 weeks over the winter period that we'll be rolling them out. Just because of, obviously, as well, racing slowed down a bit. And I want to keep pumping stuff out on the channel. Try and give a bit more to everyone. Try and create a bit more value. But yeah, 4th of December. Details closer to the time will be revealed later on. But yeah, all you need to know is 4th of December for the minute. And that is the end of Tebbz Weekly, episode number 37. The best number in the world. Go on, Papa Tebbz. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you do enjoy these, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.